we talked about two big topics. The first topic was I present the key concept of three-dimensional modeling. So yeah, more or less I present you a workflow from the sketch to the extrusion, for example. And last but not least, I introduce you to a general idea, or more or less to a modeling concept or process of Siemens NX. And as I already said, we did a lot of practical work as well. So now it would be a great opportunity to ask questions to the last session. So do you have any questions to the last session? So please let me know. It seems not to be the case. So I would say that we can go ahead with our script. I would like to do a small introduction into the topic of sketch mode. So yeah, I know you already know what is a sketch, but here you get a small introduction, a small description of a sketch. So what is a sketch? A sketch is a feature that consists of points and curves on one plane. So it's a two-dimensional geometry. Sketch curves are used to define a section, and the section is used to create three-dimensional geometries with extrude or with a revolve commands. You know, last session we already worked with the extrude and revolve commands, so that is not really a new information for you. Today we want to take a deeper look into the sketch mode. The sketch mode is an extremely powerful tool. One important point, today we want to create extremely complex sketches. This is not the normal process. In a normal modeling process, you should keep the sketch as simple as possible. So on the right side, you can see my personal hits. So keep a sketch as simple as possible. A simple sketch is much easier to handle and to modify as a complex sketch. Razor create several simple sketches as one complex sketch. So this is my personal hit for you. Today we want to create complex sketches so that you get a feeling, an impression of complex sketches. But you should keep in mind this hit, which you can see on the right side of my slides. Oh, there's a title is missing. So in general, what is the process to create a sketch? I know you already know how to create a new part. So you click on the new icon in the home tab, then the new dialog box is invoked. Click in the click the model tab and select model in the templates option to create your new file. Then enter a file name and decide your folder for creating the NX parts. And if you're fine with all settings, then click on OK, and the modeling application is invoked. So this is also not a new input for you, but it's good to know. The second point is also not really new for you. To create a sketch, click on the sketch icon in the home tab, click on or press the reset button in the create sketch dialog box, and select your desired plane in the coordinated system. If you're fine with your settings, press the OK button in the dialog box. The model view is rotated to align the sketch plane to the screen, as you can see on the left button side. And then you can create your geometry. And if you're fine with your geometry, you can be exit, or the sketch can be exit by clicking the finished sketch icon, or you have also the opportunity to use a short key. The short key is Command Control Q on your keyboard. So it's up to you which way you prefer. The next point, as I already said, in Siemens NX, you have the possibility to work in different views, and some views are automatically by Siemens NX. So in general, the model view is rotated to align the sketch plane to the screen by opening the sketch mode, as you can see on the left side. So it's more or less a two-dimensional view on your section where you want to create your contour or something like this. Of course, you can rotate this view, but in my point of view, it's not really necessary because you want to create a two-dimensional component. So there is not really a reason to change the view to a three-dimensional view. All right. Another important point is we talked about the model history. Maybe as information for you, you find the model history on the left side in the Part Navigator of Siemens NX. So a sketch is recorded in the Part Navigator as a feature, as you can see on the left side on the point 1. Of course, it's possible to delete one sketch. Beginners usually click the sketch button to modify an existing sketch, but this creates a new sketch feature instead. So it could be happen that you create a new sketch, but you don't want to create a new sketch. So you can click on the sketch in the Part Navigator with your right mouse button, and then the pop-up fencer, as you can see here, is involved. And then you find the operation delete, and with this operation you can delete unnecessary sketches in your part. And as I already said, you should keep your history clean. So with a clean model history, it's much easier to work with complex and unclear history. All right, as I already said, the first step in the process of creating a sketch is to define the plan. So click on the sketch icon in the Home tab and press the Reset button in the Create Sketch dialog box, and place your mouse pointer on a plane, and the origin of the sketch are previewed. As you can see here in the middle of the picture, you can see a rectangle. By selecting a plane, the sketch axis and the orange are defined. And if you're fine with your selection, then press the OK button in the dialog box, and the sketch mode is invoked. Now we want to take a deeper look into the topic of curves. You have several different opportunities to create a geometry or to create a contour. For example, you can find predefined curves, for example, the profile, the line, or the rectangle, and several more predefined curves. You can find these curves, or the curves are stored in the curve icon group into the top left side of Siemens NX, and it's extremely helpful to create components with this predefined curves. So I would say it's not really new stuff on the last several slides. Now we come to a little bit new input for you. So now we have more or less our geometry. Now a sketch plan is defined and the sketch mode is evoked. So create a sketch surface using the commands in the curve icon group. So as I already said, you find the predefined curves on the left top view of Siemens NX. So here you can see the profile, for example. Then create a contour roughly, but the size and the shape of the sketch should be as similar as possible to the desired outcome. And again, it's a very important hit, not for today, but for your future. Keep a sketch as simple as possible. A simple sketch is much easier to handle and modify as a complex sketch. Razor creates several simple sketches as one complex sketch. It's extremely important for your future. So on the left side, you can see now we have created a contour, but you can't see any dimensions or something like this. So it's a general geometry. The next step, we want to talk about constraints. A sketch must be fully defined. Siemens NX help you with this step. In the buttons line of Siemens NX, you can find the information. For example, in this case, the sketch is fully defined. So in this situation, Siemens NX is fine with all your dimension and all your geometry constraints. In the last session, we talked about dimension, rapid dimension. This is one important part for the for constraints, but there are also another point of constraint, and these are the geometric constraints. So on one hand, we have parameters with numbers, values, for example, 15 or 5. And then you have the opportunity to use several geometrical constraints. For example, the coincidental, colines, horizontal, vertical, tangent, or something like symmetric. These are also extremely powerful tools, and today we want to take a closer look to these constraints as well. You can find one important point for you where you can find these geometric constraints. If you are in the sketch mode, you can see the constraints in the top view of your sketch. So you find the constraint in this area here. Next point. Now we have, as you can see on the left side, we create one line, for example. Now we want to create a second line, and this second line should be in a relation to the first line. And now we want to select this first line. And with the snap point option, you have to put the possibility to define where you want to select a point on a curve. So for example, you can switch on or select the option existing point. So you can only click or select the existing point, and you can't selecting anything else. Another opportunity or other option is you want to click the midpoint of one line. So you can select the option midpoint, and then you can only select the midpoint of one curve. It could be sometimes helpful for you. And there are several more options. For example, you want to select an endpoint of a curve, or maybe you want to click on a random point on your curve, but your curve or your point should be on the first sketch. So this option can be also helpful for you. One important point in this section, so this options are not reset after a new start of Siemens NX. So note that the snap point option is always available when you define a point or a curve. So this is one important point. And if you unselect a snap point option, for example, you don't want to or you don't want to have the possibility to click the midpoint, so you unselect the midpoint, then please keep in mind there is no reset by a new point or a new curve. Or if you create a new sketch, the midpoint is unselected as well. So this is a very important point, where, as I can tell you from my experience, one time you will have the situation and you are getting frustrated because you can't define or you can't select the midpoint of one line, and you ask yourself why I can't select the midpoint of this curve. And after a while, you keep in mind, I had unselect the option. So this was a small theoretical part of the sketch mode. I would like to present this input in a live demo. So I switched to Siemens NX. So first of all, I create a new part. So I clicked on the new icon in the top left view. I choose model, again model, a name, I don't know. I name it sketch mode. I'm fine with this folder, so I press the OK button, and the modeling environment is invoked. As you can see on the left side here, my part navigator and my model history is empty. So in the next step, I want to create a new sketch. So I clicked on sketch. And here's my dialog box. One important step is to click on reset. So now NX shows practical plans. So I have the possibility to use the front plan or the right plan or the top plan. In this case, it doesn't matter. So I choose the top plan. Now you can see the top plan is colored in orange. And also on the left side, you can see we have select one sketched. Then if we are fine with the settings, we click on OK. Now, as you can see, you can zoom with the middle mouse button. So you can go a little bit closer to the point, or you can go away from this point. And maybe as the information for you, you have several different opportunities to change your view. So switch from the Home tab to the View tab. Here you can fit your screen. Maybe you are away from this point, and then you can fit your screen. And you can also change your scale. Maybe you want to work with a scale value of 10. And as I already said, you have also different other options to change your view. I would say we will take a deeper look in this different opportunities a little bit later of this course. So we switch back to the top view. Maybe it's also a nice information for you. You can also work with this box on the left side here. So you can select one face of this cube, and maybe you want to take a look from this side, then you can click on this side of the cube, or you want to take a look from this side of the cube, so then you can select this side. So now I want to work with this side. And if you are not really clear which one is the right one, you can also finish your sketch, and then you can go back to your sketch. And this is also very important for you. As I already said to you, you have the possibility to delete one sketch. So maybe you want to change this one, and you think, oh, I want to change the sketch. So I click on sketch, and oh, I have to define the plan again. Okay, so I take one plan and I'm fine with this. Oh, that is not the sketch I want to modify it. And then you take a look on your history, and then you see you create a second sketch, but you don't want to create a second sketch. So you can click on finished again. And now you can work with your model history. So you want to work only with your sketch number 1. And so you have the possibility to delete the second sketch. So click with your left mouse button on sketch. So it's highlighted in blue. Then do a right mouse click. Then this pop-up menu is invoked. And then click on delete. And as you can see, the second sketch is deleted. All right. If you want to modify this first sketch, do not click on sketch. Do a double click with your mouse, with your left mouse button on sketch number 2. This is one way. Another way is to do a right, or to press the right mouse button, and then to click this icon, edit, and then you are also switched to your sketch mode. Now we are in our sketch mode, and now I would like to take a closer look to the curves. As I already said, you find several different predefined curves. For example, the profile. In this profile option, you have different opportunity to change your input. So now we are create lines. So I can show you. We start with one line, and I can create a random geometry. But all of these are merged lines. Now I would like to create an X. I clicked on this button, and as you can see, we can now create more or less a curve. And one important information for you, your contour must be closed. So if you delete maybe this radius, and now you closed the sketch mode, and now you want to extrude this geometry, then you will get a problem. So in this case, an NX helps you as well. So maybe as you already recognize, if you close your contour, then the surface is colored. I can show you now. If I select this second point here, you can see a blue surface, and now you know your contour is closed. This is very important. All right. So as I don't, yes, I think I don't have to say so much to the rectangle. You already worked with this curve. So as you already know, you have also 3 different options to create a rectangle. The first option is to create a rectangle by 2 points. The second option is to create a rectangle by 3 points. And the last one is to create a rectangle from a center point. A circle is also a very interesting curve. Here you have also two different options. The first option is to create a circle by a center point and a diameter. So click on this option. Maybe we take the midpoint. And now here you can see the circle is automatically closed. The second option is to create a circle by 3 points. So maybe we want to create a circle from this point and to this point, and now I can create a circle. Yeah, and one of the easiest one is the line. There you have no different options. You can create a line to the top. You can create a line from the left side to the right side. And of course, you can also create a line from a dialog of geometry. Another curve is the X. Here we don't create a full circle, only a part of a circle. Here you have two options of creating an X. The first option is to create an X by 3 points. So first point, second point, and then you can create your curve. Another opportunity is to create the X by center point and end point. So the first point you have to select is the midpoint. So maybe this one. Then we create X like this. And yeah, a complex one is a spline. Today we don't want to take a closer look to the spline tool. We will do it in another session, but another important curve, but it's more or less not really a curve, it's a point. So you can also create a point. Maybe you want to have a point here, then you want to have a point here and here. And now we can do a closer look to the snap points. You find the options for the snap points over here. No. You can only see the snap point option if you select one curve. Maybe you want to create an X. And now over here, you can find the snap points options. Click on this small arrow, and this pop-up menu is invoked. And here you can see the different opportunities or options. For example, the endpoint, the midpoint, a control point on a spline, for example, or an existing point. And when the option is colored blue, then this option is select. So this one is select, and this one is unselect. Yeah, maybe we can unselect all. Now only the existing points is select. And now, as you can see, I can select this point, I can select this point, I can select this point, but I can't select a random point of this curve. Now I want to select a random point on my curve, so I unselect the existing point and I select the control point, for example. Or maybe let's do the midpoint, it's a better one. So now I want to select the midpoint of this curve, and as you can see here, I can select the midpoint of this curve. Let's do it with a line. It's much easier. It's also possible with other lines. Now I want to select the midpoint of this line here. And now I can create a line based on the midpoint of this curve. And as I already said, it's very important to reset these options manually. So I think this one was a selection. All right. I'm finished with this sketch, so I close this sketch. It's not really a good sketch, so I delete this sketch. I clicked with my right mouse on the sketch, then I clicked on delete. And as you can see, there's no sketch in my model history. Now I would like to create another sketch. In this case, again, I choose the top view. Again, not the right way. I select sketch, then I click the reset button, then I select the top plan, click on OK. Now I want to create a contour. So as I already said, I start with the general shape of my idea. Maybe I want to work with the profile. I want to create a geometry like this maybe. Now I would like to create a radius over here. So I do it with my X. Yeah, I want to do it with, I don't know the midpoint of this curve, so I do it with by 3 points. First one, second one, and no, I'm not really fine with this. Maybe I do this with this one. So I don't know the midpoint, but it doesn't matter. I'm not fine with this. I tried again with this one. So now, and as you already recognized, my contour is closed, and so the color switched to a blue surface. Now I have my rough geometry, and now I want to work with constraints. One important step is to define one rapid dimension. So I choose the rapid dimension option. To open the pop-up menu, click on this small rough on the next to the right, on the right next to the solve name, and then click on dimension drop down. And as you can recognize, now I have this icon, the rapid dimension icon, in my ribbon bar. Then I select rapid dimension, and now I create my first dimension. Maybe I want to define the difference between this left and this right line. Click on close, and then a double click on on this value, and then I change this value maybe to 100. And now I got a very important information. Now Siemens NX asked me if I want to scale this sketch, and I'm fine with this, and click on yes. So as you can see, my sketch is much smaller as I created the sketch before. So I zoom to my sketch. All right. Then I want to have a smooth connections between this curve, and I also want to have a smooth connection between this and this curve. So I click the Make Tangent option, click my first line, and then I click my second line. And now I see the preview, and then I click OK. It's not really the shape I want to create. So now I have the possibility to move the sketch. So click on this line maybe, and on the center point, and click on your left mouse button, and then I can drag my geometry to the top. I'm not fine with this point. So. And one important icon as well is this icon. So we can click on this icon, and now you can see this, some lines or one line is black and several other lines are brown. All brown lines are not defined. So only this line is defined, all other lines are not defined. So we have to do a little bit of constraints works. Now I have a smooth connection between this line and a smooth connection between this and this line. Now I would like to have the this and this line should be parallel. So I clicked on the parallel icon. I select my first line, then I select my second line, and now I get a preview of my option. And I'm fine with this preview, so I click on OK. All right. Now I'm more or less fine with the shape of my sketch. Now I have to do a little bit of rapid dimension work, because NX don't know the shape or the values of this shape. So I press on the rapid dimension button. The rapid dimension dialog box is involved. I clicked on repress, and now I can define my dimension. I think one important dimension is this one, from this point to this point. I drag it to the left side. Another important dimension, I think, is this one. I select this point, then I select this point, drag it to the right side. And maybe you already recognize this. The color changed from brown to black. And I think another important dimension is this distance to this line. I drag it to the right top side. And now I think I have to define the midpoint of this. So to see the midpoint of this curve, first go over the curve, and then you can see the midpoint of this curve. I select the midpoint of this curve and go to the origin of the sketch and drag it to the right side. And as you can see now, all lines are black, and as you also can see, NX gives me the information. Sketch is fully defined, so Siemens NX have all necessary information to create this geometry. Maybe you know it from the last session. We have some waves before our values. This is the information for us, so we note this wave and we know these values are random values, and we have to define the right values for these parameters. So we close our rapid dimension dialog box. Then we do a double click maybe on this dimension. We can drag it. We can drag it or double click, then we can drag it. Or we can change the value, so we enter a value, maybe 150. And as you can see, no wave is visible in front of our 150. We do it also on the other values. So we do a double click on this value. We change this value maybe to 58. And this value maybe we change to 160. And this value we change to 100. So let's summarize our sketch. We use different curves from the top left view. Then we do a little bit of geometry constraints over here. And after this, we defined the right parameters for our dimension. And we get the information from Siemens that the sketch is fully defined. So if we are fine with the sketch, NX is fine with the sketch, so we can close this sketch mode. So we click on finished. All right. I think it was a lot of information for you. So now it's a great opportunity to you to ask me any questions to this input.
Hello, sir. Yes, could you? Hello, Martin. Yes, I
Sorry?
am Samnang. Can you hear?
I can hear you. Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. My name is Samnang. Yes, can you send the license of NX to me? Because our currently license now already expired.
Oh, that is not
Yeah.
great.
Could
is it
you
only
send
a
now?
problem on your computer, or is it a general problem of the class?
Yeah.
It's a general problem?
Yes. All the computer cannot use NX because the license, yes, already expired. Only one week to do the repeat every week for the license.
Maybe let's take a look into the license manager. You can see my complete screen, is it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On the left side, you can click on Start, and then
I cannot see your screen.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't see my screen.
Okay. Yes, you can show.
Then please enter licensing. Please open this program, tool, licensing tool.
Mm-hmm.
Click on it. And then this dialog box should be invoked.
Follow. But
Do you find this program?
Yes, but it is empty for us.
All right. Please give me a second. I will do a call to our IT department, and I will talk with them, and I hope I will get license for you as soon as possible. So let's do a break of 5 minutes, and I would say we see us in 5 minutes again.
Okay.
All right, can you hear me? Hello, can somebody hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir. Yes.
To the person who opens the Siemens licensing tool, can you please switch to the bundle settings? And maybe you can share your screen so that I can take a view on this tab. Can you please share your screen?
Oh, okay. Let me share my screen. Can you share my screen?
Not yet.
Oh. Screen.
Now I can see your screen. All right, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, as you already told me, you can't select any bundles.
Yes.
That is not good. That should be not so. I talked with our IT department and I talked with our project manager, and unfortunately, we can't fix this issue today. I'm sorry for this, but it's not for me. It's not possible to fix this issue. Somebody else has to fix this issue. So yeah, so we can't do any practical work today. So I'm sorry for this as well. And so for me, it's make no sense to continue with our script because you have to work practically and you have to work with Siemens NX, you have to play with Siemens NX, and you have to try out the input which I told you. So on this point, I would say we have to do a break and have to break, or we have to finish this session for today, and we will fix this issue in the next week, and then we will do a next session on the I take a look on the timetable. I think we have a small holiday between this today and the next session. Give me 1 minute. I take a look on the timetable. Presentation. Yeah, now we have a little bit holiday. Our next session is on the 15th of January, so next year. Yeah, as I already said, I'm sorry for this issue. I can't fix this issue. I will get in touch with our department, our IT department, and I hope they can fix this issue until the next session. So yeah, I'm finished for today. I'm sorry for this situation.
Okay. Hello. Hello. Lựa vậy? Chưa đã, cái phim mà lựa vậy? Hello. Lựa. Okay. Hello, Martin. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see you. Yes.
Okay, sir. Excuse me. Can you provide the course title of each session that we easy to learn? Because some of students need this content for a report to their institute or company.
Do you mean the script?
No. I mean the session title about the course. Each session, yeah. We're not clear about the title of each session. Session 1, what we learn, what is the title. Session 2, 3, 4, like this. Every week. Yeah.
Let me share my screen. You mean something like, can you see my screen?
Not yet.
So you mean something like this? This is the title of the session for today, and a small overview like this.
Session digital. Yes, actually, we have the calendar of the course schedule. Yes. So start from the week 1, the first week. Yes,
Yeah.
you provide us a slide PPT with the title of. But how about the next and the future?
So you need it also for the future session or only for the sessions from the past?
All the session.
All right, all the sessions.
Yes,
all right.
Yeah.
I will prepare such an overview and then I will share this overview with you.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other questions? All right, it seems not to be the case. So again, sorry for this situation, and we will see us on the 14th of January. Have a nice week, have a nice weekend, and stay healthy. So we see us next year.
Thank you. And
Yes,
enjoy
Martin.
your
Maybe,
weekend.
Thank you.
please wait, one of you, please. Can you check which version you have from Siemens? Is it, which one is it? 1980? Or which one do you have?
1980, Martin.
Are you sure?
I think 1942. Let me check and confirm.
Please check it. Or maybe do a screenshot. Please do a screenshot of your release notes or something like this.
Yes, I have sent it in the 11.07. So I think it's 1942. But something like that. They didn't say anything.
On this picture, I can't see the release number.
So how about this one? 1926.
Yeah, 26.
All right. Thank you for this information. So I need this information for the IT department. All right. Thank you. And yeah, we will see us next week. Have a nice time and stay healthy.
Yeah.
See you. Bye.
Holidays.
See you.
Goodbye, Martin.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great
Thank you.
holiday.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Have a nice holiday.